therapy help her, you know. So for me, the therapy help.
You think the therapy did not help you at all?
I did it for her. So I don't believe in therapists. I know.
That's crazy, you know. Whether you believe in therapists or not, surely you would have learned something. But even though I disagree with what Florian is saying in terms of the fact that, you know, basically our relationship doesn't work unless she puts the work in, even though I disagree with that bit, one thing that I would agree with is that regarding therapists, there's nothing they could have learned from these therapists anyway, because I don't see how any of these couples really progress from the therapist. I mean, one therapist told Jasmine to have an open relationship and convinced Gina to agree to it, pretty much in a way. So yeah, there goes that. So if you don't believe in therapists, and these therapists in the show were the ones that you encountered for the very first time in your life, I probably still have the same mentality as Florian, but with the understanding that for a relationship to work, it takes two, not one.
That our relationship.
No, I'm not blaming you.
Like,
I'm saying what he says.
If I put in the work and the effort, then we're good.
No bad idea.
He doesn't even like me. The
way this guy says not a bad idea, the audacity, the comfortability. This guy's a comedian. But if I'm Stacey, I'd be thinking about my life choices. I'd be thinking about, do I want to continue a relationship with a man that doesn't give a damn about our relationship unless I'm doing something about it?
Wow.
The only time you really like me is when you want something or you need something. We haven't slept together. Intimate. 4 months.
Oh, wow.
You know, and he doesn't initiate.
It's crazy, but she says that he doesn't initiate it, nor does she. But that tells me that basically that tells me that basically this guy doesn't really give a damn about whether he sleeps with her or not. You know, like, it doesn't really matter who initiates the intimacy. I think what matters is that you're both initiating it. If it's always just the one person initiating, then that's never a good thing. You know what I mean? But obviously with these two, it looks to me as if Stacey probably initiates it more than he does, probably throughout the majority of their relationship.
Sex, not
really going.
I'm just going to be honest and real. I'm going through menopause.
I still don't know why she brought this up personally on the TV show. I would have thought this would be more of a personal thing, you know what I mean? Because menopause for some people, like, they take that shit seriously. And for some people, they're like, well, it's going to happen, so it is what it is. But either way, the bringing up was quite interesting, to be fair. We didn't expect it.
Seeing your reactions, is there anything that you regret?
Oh, no. For what?
Getting angry at Jasmine?
No. For me, listen to me. I defend myself. It's not about the angry. I drink.
Oh, gosh. It seems like, though, that you're triggered very easily.
Yeah.
It's crazy because this man literally sat there and admitted that he gets triggered very easily, but then at the same time also denies that he has anger issues.
Yeah, so other people really have control over how you react, right?
Yeah, other people.
I trigger you like every day because that reaction like you gave Jasmine is what I get at home.
Trigger.
This is pathetic. You can't tell me that your reactions are based on how somebody else behaves. Just because somebody else behaves in a certain way doesn't mean that this is how you should react. Florian needs to grow a set of balls. This is absolutely ridiculous. And what woman would want to be with a guy that can't hold his tongue just because he's triggered? Honestly, when women stay with men like that, it blows my mind, to be honest with you. If your man doesn't know how to keep his cool, especially when it comes to you in your relationship, that's wild.
I get called the bitch and the hoe and all that.
Wow.
I don't have English issues, but just leave me alone.
It's crazy though, because the fact that in this season we spoke about how Stacey was giving us signs that behind closed doors that this guy can be quite, abusive in some way. And Verbal was the one that we spoke about mostly. And here she even further elaborates on that too, talking about how he calls her this name and that name. That's not healthy, is it? That exposes a lot about their relationship, about where their relationship is really struggling a lot.
Yeah, you have anger issues.
I have English issues, Ari.
When you act like that, because what if he does something stupid one day? I'm responsible for him.
I live.
He's gonna,
I live in Miami. I go out. I don't have one fight with other, but I leave people.
He says when I go to Miami, I don't have one fight with anyone. Now, I did say on a live stream last night that for me personally, or whichever live stream I said it, I did say that for me personally, I feel like Florian is somebody that picks his fights with specific people. I feel like he goes for people he knows that he can get the best of, whether that be a woman or whether that be a guy like Gino. I've never seen him necessarily step up to any other guy per se. But to be fair, most of the time, he's always quite quiet, to be honest with you. He has his moments, but either way, even when he has his moments, I feel like he never has them against a man that he feels or he knows that he can't be equal to. Do you see what I'm saying? So if he's in Miami and he's not picking fights with people, it's probably for a freaking reason. But Stacey has her own reason.
alone. People leave me alone. I have bottle. I'm good to go. Everybody leave my problem. I'm good.
That's funny because all you do is hang out with like girls.
Wow.
And that is very, very interesting when she says that all you do is hang out with girls. Which says a whole lot. A whole freaking lot.
What the hell?
All you do is hang out with like girls.
Wow.
What the hell?
Ain't gonna fight girls that are flirting with you.
I mean, to be fair, you can't argue that. Because at the end of the day, if he's out and he's always liaising with women, then why is he going to fight with them? But then at the same time, we know that he's more than happy to argue with them. You know what I mean? But of course, if women are flirting with him, then obviously there's no reason to argue with him. That's why he says, what did he say again? He said that when I'm out, people just leave me alone, so I just leave them alone. You know, they leave me to my peace. Well, he didn't say that bit, but that's basically what he said. So that's basically, so Stacey's basically transferring it, or not transferring it. She's basically translating, that's the word. She's basically translating that the reason why people don't bother you is because they're typically flirting with you rather than trying to actually cause an issue with you. And because they're flirting with you, they're not triggering you to actually be who you are to be at home. And that is an arsehole. In a nutshell.
Do you think that Stacey should trust Florian?
My apologies, that recording bit there was my fault clearly, but he does say that I don't know. It's interesting because obviously that's where it ends on the cliffhanger, so it'll be interesting to see what George has to say next week, and it's also going to be very interesting to see how Florian actually responds to Georgie, because then that will basically let me know and let us know, is he someone that's brave enough to, you know, stand up for himself the way he has done throughout the season to someone like Georgie, or is he going to, wait, what? He's basically going to prove whether or not he can stand up for himself to someone like a Georgie, someone who's bigger, taller than him, someone that's confident in himself. Or is he going to prove that he's somebody that only stands up to people who he sees below him, people that he knows that he can bully and take advantage of? That's the question. Do you see what I'm saying? Either way, all will be exposed, I guess, next week. But at the same time, we have to remember when it comes to Georgie, Florian, and Stacey and Darcy, we can argue and say that sometimes, or at least for the most part, their scenes can be pretty much scripted for the drama. So even how, regardless of how it reacts or how it plays out, it may not be the legit reason, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. But nonetheless, though, let me know your thoughts on the matter itself, in particular here. Because as far as I'm concerned, but it's interesting because right now there's rumors that Florian and Stacey are no longer together. It's going to be interesting to see how the tale ends itself in particular. Will it end with these two walking away together or walk away separate ways? Because Stacey even says here that them two have not been physical for months. They're still together, but they haven't been physical for months, which means their relationship is clearly on the rocks of a breakup. Well, let me know your thoughts down below. We'll talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.